We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hate on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got...
Difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did
To apologize, it's too late.
when I did it, I was fucked up.
Too late to apologize.
I was fucked up.
Too late.
When I did it, I was fucked up. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you? You know you done fucked up.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your second dose of your daily vitamins. So let's get ready to get into it. Okay, so I'm adding something real quick to this thumbnail because this morning I forgot to mention on here, I had Jay-Z in the title, in the headline, and I forgot to tell you all what Jay-Z said about Kendrick Lamar, his performance at the Super Bowl for 2025. Okay, so let's talk about that first. Now, I did talk about it on the backup channel, but all of you don't follow the backup channel. So we're going to go through this again, okay? Because like I said, I forgot this morning. Okay, here we go. Hold on just a second. Let me get this together. Hold on, beloveds. Okay, there we go. Okay, so shout out to all of my loyal royals in the chat. Let's see who is in here. Okay, everyone, please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. You know it doesn't cost you anything to like and share. Okay. With that all being said, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. And as per usual, you already know if you don't like what the queen is cooking, you know what to do. Okay, exit stage left. There's no need to address anyone on the way out. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, hello, Bookhorse DC. All right, Greta is here. I said, did he say what was effed up? It's still effed up. Your karma is just beginning. Okay. Mr. Elevation said, Trump, Diddy Trump, I'm here for the lawsuit nefarious. All right. Greta Lee, Trisha is here. Okay, above all the drama. Dark skinned brother is in the house. Anita Harrell. Okay. Key Marcel is here. T Coat. Mr. Elevation said, bounce. Sage Bentley, hey beloved, I haven't seen you in forever. Okay, Alice Childs is here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it started. My aunt Egypt. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Okay, this is impromptu. All right, I was about to get ready for the spiritual live. And then what happened? Well, new information popped up. Okay, so this is breaking news. Now, you all remember, because you heard it here first, okay, that Derek Lee Cordello Smith was suing Diddy.
Now, this is the inmate that I showed you. There was two inmates. One of them was a member of the cartel, okay, the Sinaloa cartel. We're not talking about him, and that's Alfredo P. Gonzalez. Now, this one is the first one that we talked about. You heard it here first. Now, he was suing Diddy, and he basically said that Diddy raped him back in the 90s when they were having this party with women and all of that, remember? And he said Diddy put something in his drink and even admitted to him after he regained consciousness that he had done so. He was suing, and he also wanted the judge to put a restraining order so Diddy couldn't sell the properties. Remember, he had his LA mansion up for sale for $70,000. And so now it's back up for sale. So let's get into this. Now, before we talk about that, let's talk about Jay-Z. Jay-Z issued a statement of support after Kendrick Lamar was announced as the Super Bowl 2025 halftime show performer. Okay, those of you on the backup channel that follow that channel, you've already heard this because I said it on there since I forgot it this morning. Now, Apple Music Super Bowl 2025 halftime show is already facing backlash. Okay, today, September the 8th, Kendrick Lamar was announced as the show's featured performer. Now, given the chart-topping year that Kendrick has had and his victory in the Drake beef, you'd think that the public would rally behind the choice. However, this is not the case for one understandable reason, and it's location, location, location. Okay, so next year the big game is heading to New Orleans. Based on the alone, hip hop heads, based on that alone, hip hop heads assumed that Lil Wayne was a shoe-in. Okay, which included his longtime music strategist and the Rock Nation partnership. I'm sorry, I'm skipping over something. Which included his longtime engineer, Fabian Marisciulio. I hope I said that right. Okay. Now, well, not Jay-Z. Thanks to his role as the NFL's music strategist and the Rock Nation partnership with the league, his opinion far outweighs the public perception or whatever the rest of us may want. So in a statement, Jay-Z stood by Kendrick Lamar's selection, saying that Kendrick Lamar is truly a once-in-a-generation artist and performer. Okay, his deep love for hip hop and culture informs his artistic vision, and he has an unparalleled ability to define and influence culture globally. Kendrick's work transcends music, and his impact will be felt for years to come. Well, I couldn't agree more. Okay, this is absolutely true. And here's the thing, with Kendrick being as creative as he is with his music and, the theme of the way he does things, his performances and all of that, I'm quite sure that he's going to definitely have an element of the culture of New Orleans in his performance. And, they have guests that come out. And so maybe he'll bring out Lil Wayne or some people from Louisiana. You never know. Although I don't think that he's really going to do that because they're also saying that Kendrick is going to make history being the first rapper to perform solo at the Super Bowl. Okay. Now, with that all being said, Jay-Z isn't alone. You see, former Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show headliner Rihanna also showed her support by liking Kendrick's reveal post on Instagram. Well, we know Rihanna doesn't really care too much for Drake. Okay, please pay attention. Now, contrarily, Master P agreed with users' online sentiments, urging that Lil Wayne should be considered for the slot. Saying, as ambassador of entertainment in the city of New Orleans, I have to agree with the fans that Lil Wayne should be part of this celebration as well. He's one of the greatest hip hop artists alive, still relevant, and he's a New Orleans native. Let's not miss this cultural moment in the South. Life is too short. We have to give our legends their flowers while they are here. Okay, and so the show isn't until February 2025, so the saga's far from over. Please pay attention. At the end of the day, I like Master P. Shout out to Master P as always. But at the end of the day, this was JD's decision, and that's what he's come to the conclusion of. This is who he wants to perform. And quite frankly, I don't think that just because Lil Wayne's from Louisiana, that he should be, the one to perform. Okay, that's never been the case before, and so that shouldn't be the case now. All right. Bafana Duba says they want the Kendrick clout to capture the Kendrick essence. Exactly. And you can't blame them because Kendrick has had an amazing year thus far. Kendrick went in on Drake. That beef was epic. Okay. The song Not Like Us has been a global sensation. And so, why not continue to ride that wave? Okay. I mean, you don't need to fix what isn't broke. So, the best thing to do, the smartest thing to do is, in fact, get Kendrick like they did. And, there are some people that may be a little salty because Lil Wayne didn't get it. But hey, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay. Please pay attention. Now, let's talk about Diddy. Likes up, everyone, please like and share because Sean Diddy Dum Dum Combs, well, it's not looking good for him, is all I'll say. Because he just lost $100 million that we know he didn't have to spare. So let's get into it. Michigan inmate wins $100 million judgment against Sean Diddy Combs for assault. Now, the judgment could be the largest awarded to a non-attorney and a currently incarcerated inmate in history. I want y'all to pay attention to the magnitude of this. This man defended himself. He didn't have an attorney. He filed all of the paperwork, the briefs, and everything. He did this by himself. Do you all remember that? He did not have an attorney. He filed this by himself. And all I can say to him is a job well done. Shout out to him for it because this is clearly a job well done. Okay, and so let's get into it. And let's not forget that he said Diddy actually visited him in prison to offer him $23 million. And you see, when he said that Diddy came there trying to give him $23 million, maybe for hush money or just to make it all go away, I said, Diddy must really think that he's going to lose. Okay. His attorneys must think that he's going to lose because why would they have him to offer such a large amount? Because 23 million is no small chunk change. Okay. To offer for a settlement. And then here we are. So, a Michigan inmate known for his long history of challenging the judicial system with civil lawsuits has been awarded $100 million default judgment against embattled entertainment mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Now, the award was issued on Monday by Lenawee County Circuit Court Judge Anna Marie Azalo, following a temporary restraining order granted to Derek Lee Cordello Smith, age 51, against Sean Diddy Combs in August. Now, Combs, who has become the target of multiple lawsuits and criminal investigations in 2024, drugged and assaulted Cordello Smith back in 1997 at a party in Detroit, according to court records. For those of you who missed my broadcast on that, go back and watch because I showed the Zoom and everything where he was speaking with the judge. Now, Cordello Smith, who crossed paths with Diddy while Cordello Smith worked as a Detroit area restaurant and hospitality industry employee, is a self-taught student of civil and criminal statutes and is serving an unrelated sentence at the Ernest C. Brooks Correctional Facility in Muskegon Heights. Cordello Smith goes way back in history with Diddy. Okay, this is what he recently told a publication. Cordello Smith produced prison facility information revealing Diddy's name logged into the visitation record and says the founder of Bad Boy Records offered him it wasn't 23 million, it was 2.3 million. Now, in the last article, it did say 23. I think they left out the decimal clearly, but $2.3 million to dismiss the lawsuit. Again, that still means that Diddy and his attorneys likely thought that he would lose. Okay. So trying to get him to dismiss the lawsuit, but Cordello Smith rejected that offer. Now, if he turned down, now mind you, he's in prison, currently incarcerated, right? So if he turned down $2.3 million, he had a whole lot of faith in himself and in those briefs and the lawsuit that he filed. Okay. So with that all being said, Angelone's August 7th order was established to prevent Diddy from selling assets that could potentially be used to compensate Cordello Smith for possible damages. He is one of a mounting number of recent plaintiffs against Diddy alleging violence or assaults. But as far as I'm concerned, this is just a precursor to what's coming down the pipe. And I want you all to pay attention because I still believe that Diddy is absolutely going to be indicted the end of this month, the middle to the end of this month. Okay, and we're almost at the middle. Greta says, y'all know those inmate lawyers do not play. Okay. Above all that drama said he's about to lose his jets. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Okay, Greta Lee says 2.3 million as opposed to 100 million. I will take the latter. Exactly. Okay, but like I said, he had to have a lot of faith in himself and the paperwork that he filed because he did this without the aid or assistance of an attorney. Alice says, I can finish my time counting my money, talking about pipe dreams. Not talking about pipe dreams. Okay. Above all that drama said he finna sell that ship. Well, here's the thing, beloved. He never owned it. He didn't own those yachts. He was chartering them. Okay. I think he may have owned one years ago, but recently he's been chartering those yachts. So anyway, goes on to say that in the August hearing, Cordello Smith told the court of a conversation in which he says he and Diddy directly discussed the lawsuit. He says, you know how we get down. This is what Diddy told him, allegedly told him, in response to Cordello Smith's threat to proceed with the action instead of accepting an out-of-court settlement. This is what Cordello Smith told Judge Angelo. Now, Cordello Smith told the judge, I disagree with how you get down. That's what he told the judge. He replied to Diddy. Now, the virtual hearing and excerpts of it in which Anzalone reads the complaint identifying Diddy, also known as Sean P. Diddy, also known as Diddy, okay, and Diddy run the city. Diddy run the city? That's what they call him. But let me continue. Amongst other nicknames, has generated hundreds of thousands of social media views. Some in the comment sections of the videos express doubt about Cordello Smith's claim. Now, a social media user known as @JenniferWiley4033 notes that the widely circulated hotel hallway footage in which Diddy is shown kicking and dragging his then girlfriend singer Cassie Ventura, saying, just remember, they made Cassie look crazy until she produced receipts. And this is all true. Remember how some people were trying to cape for Diddy and saying, oh, Cassie was there. Why did she stay there all that time? She was there for a decade. Why didn't she leave? I think after the video came out, that should have shown many people why she didn't leave out of fear. Someone who says they're going to blow up someone's car and then the car blows up, it gets blown up. Someone who tells a person, I'm going to kill you, and then that person turns up dead, even though they said the person did it to themselves, that would cause a lot of people to just have second thoughts and think that maybe I just better play nice if I want to live. See, I don't know how some people don't get that. And it's so easy for people on the outside looking in to sit there and say, well, I would have done this or I wouldn't have done that. But the truth of the matter is, had they been in the same circumstances or the same situation as Cassie with a person like Diddy or Diddy himself, they likely would have done the same thing. Okay, it's easy for us to talk tough when we're not going through something. We're just watching it in hindsight after someone else has already actively lived it. Okay, please pay attention. So, Diddy issued a social media apology after the footage of the assault was revealed. Now, a default judgment is awarded to a plaintiff when the defendant in a civil suit fails to formally respond to legally filed proceedings. Diddy did not appear for the September the 9th virtual hearing, which caused the default. So he didn't even show up. And he probably thought, that if he showed up, it wasn't going to do him any good. Because he had to have known, with all the attorneys and the entire legal team that he had to have known that showing up, at least he could have had a fighting chance possibly, but to not show up, he should have known that he'd lose the judgment by default, because that's how it works. Now, Cordello Smith's judgment could be the latest awarded to a non-attorney and a currently incarcerated inmate in history. Diddy is known as the record label founder and producer who launched the careers of legendary recording artists, Notorious B.I.G., Mary J. Blige, and others. So, honey, I'm sorry, but I just want to shout because I am so happy that Diddy has suffered a defeat. Okay. And I think he knew it was coming. I think he absolutely knew that he was going to lose, that he didn't have a leg to stand on. And I think that he didn't want to face further humiliation by going in there and trying to debunk what this man said. Okay. At the end of the day, I think that's what it was. I also think that's why he tried to offer him the money to just have it go away, for him to just have it dismissed, because he likely knew the outcome and didn't want to stand there and face the allegations that would likely have been proven true, even if he had, in fact, shown up. Okay, so what do y'all think? He knew all of it was coming. Says, I am. Exactly. That's exactly what I believe, beloved. Okay. I'm sorry, did it, but make yourself make sense. Now, let's have a word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes before we continue. Likes up, everyone, please like and share.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so you can purchase your 12 Tribes on Etsy.com. Just go to Lisa Crafts and also at Walmart.com. Now, I just want you all to think about something. So, Diddy couldn't even beat an inmate who filed a lawsuit without aid of an attorney or any sort of legal counsel. How do you think that's going to pan out for him when he goes to court? When he's finally indicted with criminal charges. Mind you, this was civil. But when he's hit with those criminal charges, how do you think that's going to fare? Okay. Now, I do think that Diddy's definitely going to be indicted sometime this month, the mid to the end of the month. But, I really don't think Diddy's going to do any prison time. I just don't think Diddy's going to do any prison time because I think either he'll get Epstein or something's going to happen to where he's not going to prison because of all of this information that he has on other people. These big time people that he's been dealing with for all these decades. Yeah, I think that he has a whole lot of footage on them, has a whole lot of, information on them that he knows where all the bones are buried, so to speak. And so, like I've been telling you all, I think absolutely that he's bartering for his freedom. Okay. He likely even has information on police and feds, federal agents, because think about it. I showed you the proof of receipts that he was supposedly working as a federal informant for a man by the name of Mark Parody. And that was in 1995. Who knows how long it actually lasted? With that all being said, he may have some information on federal agents. He may have information on police officers who allegedly were working at his behest. Okay? Who knows how much dirt he has and on how many people he has it? I want you all to pay attention. Okay? I mean, I bet many of them are right now probably saying, probably wishing they had done like Marlon Wayans. 'Cause Marlon said he left before any of that stuff started. Basically, like Denzel said, leave before the devil shows up. Well, unfortunately, at a Diddy party, one of those FOs or whatever type parties Diddy was having, Diddy was the devil. Okay, please pay attention. RG Titan said, that's a good point, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Okay, Darkskin Brother said, buy and bribe his way out of trouble is what he'll do. Yes, I absolutely believe it. I absolutely believe it because, listen, even though the feds, the Homeland Security investigators came and confiscated a bunch of footage, they found out that there was at least 250 cameras all over the place in those mansions. Okay, at the end of the day, that stuff's likely in the clouds. Diddy may have some of it in safety deposit boxes. He may have footage just anywhere. You never know, but I guarantee you they don't have half of it. Okay, because he supposedly has been recording himself or having himself recorded his life and everything going on around him pertaining to him since the 90s. Okay, maybe he thought at some point that he was going to eventually do a documentary, but then at some point, I'm sure he said to himself, hey, look at all the stuff going on at these parties. They're in here doing drugs. They're in here engaging in S assaults, even though he was likely to. Now I'm speculating, of course. This is all just my own imagination running wild. But if these things were going on, I'm sure he said, I can use this against them in case they ever try to come for me, in case they ever try to take me down. because Diddy's smart. Okay, whether we want to admit it or not, he's very smart. He had to be smart to get away with all of these nefarious things that he's done, to be so calculated and so wicked and conniving for 3 decades plus. So yeah, he's smart. Okay, and at the end of the day, I'm sure he's got a lot of dirt on a whole lot of people. Like I said, Mr. Elevation said R. Kelly got a TV show. They're going to make a movie out of Diddy. Absolutely. 50 Cent's working on it right now as we speak. Yasun said Diddy is an evil genius. Absolutely, he is, beloved. Okay, Deronda says exactly, Queen. Okay, thank you. Buckhorse DC says everything is in the vault and there's more. I absolutely agree. Okay. Uh Buddy W. Brains, I hope I said your name right, says Diddy was thinking ahead of the game. Yes, absolutely. My aunt Egypt says Diddy freak off videos, place hidden overseas. Absolutely. Greta said Diddy can be evil in jail. He won't be in jail too long. I really don't think. I really don't think he'll be in there very long. But hey, what do I know? Now, let's continue because they say that he's got that mansion back up for sale. I bet he couldn't wait. Remember, there was a restraining order to keep him from selling any of his properties or even having anyone, including his mother, his son, any relatives, any real estate agents, anyone for selling things on his at his behest. So Sean Diddy Combs puts a $61.5 million Beverly Hills mansion up for sale. Homeland Security raided the 10-bedroom home earlier this year amid a flurry of lawsuits accusing the hip hop mogul of sexual misconduct. So Sean Diddy Combs has listed his Beverly Hills mansion for $61.5 million, the same house raided by Homeland Security. Now, the expansive 10-bedroom home, which hit the market on Sunday, spans 17,000 square feet on the Tony South Mapleton Drive in star-studded Humbly Hills. Now, the former hip-hop megastar purchased the property for $39 million in 2015 or 2014, just after it had been completed by spec mega mansion builder now Naomi. Okay, and this is according to Curbed. Now described as European style, the home is located on 1.5 acre lot, includes 10 bedrooms, a 35-person theater, and a pool and grotto connected by an underground water tunnel. So the property includes a separate 2-story guest house and a spa building with its own beauty salon per the listing. The outdoor includes formal gardens, a basketball court, and covered covered loggia set up for outdoor eating with a barbecue and pizza oven. This all sounds real nice. I hope I said that word right. So anyway, the property was listed Sunday. Now, the news was first reported by the New York Post. They say Kurt Rappaport, a co-founder of Westside Estate Agency and dubbed Realtor to the Stars by the Los Angeles Times, is representing Combs in the sale and could not immediately be reached for comments. I saw, and speaking of this mansion, I did see a video that someone did on an old mansion that Diddy used to own, and it just looked like it had so much negative energy. It looked so dark and gloomy. I mean, it was really creepy, is all I'm saying. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Lights up, everyone. Please like and share. They took you basically on a tour of it. Yeah, here it is, right here. This was about 2 years. Okay, so I'm going to show you all this in a moment. Now, of course, I'm going to put up an overlay so I don't have any issues with ScrewTube. Okay, so anyway, in March, Homeland Security raided the house in connection to an trafficking investigation after 5 civil lawsuits were filed against the rapper and music mogul from 4 women and 1 man accusing him of rape and unwanted contact. Okay, according to the New York Times. Now, at least 4 more suits have been filed against him since. Also, in regard to the sexual misconduct, there was so many lawsuits. Now, Diddy has denied the allegations and has not been charged by federal authorities yet. Okay. Now, neither Diddy nor his legal team could immediately be reached for comments. Diddy, who's 54 years old, also owns an island home off Miami Beach that was raided at the same time. And in 2021, he spent $35 million to purchase the former South Florida home of musical legends Gloria and Emilio Estefan on Star Island, next door to the home that he had owned since 2003. And this is according to property records and the Miami Herald. And let's not forget how I showed you all with receipts. And for those of you who missed it, go back and find that video and watch where I showed you how there was underground tunnels connecting it to the Playboy Mansion. Okay, what's all these tunnels for? I just have questions. So the Los Angeles home is located in one of the swankiest areas in the country, a home to the likes of Kylie Jenner, Sean Parker, Alexandra von Furstenberg, as well as the Playboy Mansion. Okay, and so with that all being said, let's take a tour of this mansion. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. So, key of y'all said the fact Puffins has prepared for jail by taking some jail coach says it by talking to some jail coach says it all. Right. And remember, you all heard that here first too. Yeah, I told you all how when we saw him out in public with his little boo thing, Stevie J, and then that guy walked up to him and it looked like it was just a fan or somebody he just ran into by happenstance. I said that's no coincidence. This man is a whole jail coach, a prison coach. He's been to prison for like a decade and he's made millions since. Okay. And I think he got out around 2018. But this man has spent his time excuse me, basically preparing people for what life is like in prison, telling them the do's and don'ts, giving them advice and all of that. So you think that was coincidence Diddy was speaking with him? I don't think so, because Diddy already knows what's coming up the pike. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. And again, don't forget, I'm going to put up an overlay. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, here we go. Give me just a second.
Pretty much anything he's ever worked on into massive success, there's one house that never lived up to his lofty ambitions. That would be his infamous Atlanta house that was eventually abandoned. P. Diddy purchased the legendary estate in 2003 when things were going pretty well for him. The place set him back $2.6 million. For a while, this was among many incredible properties in Diddy's legendary portfolio. The gorgeous European-style mansion is set out on 7 acres of land. It's about as classy an estate as humanly possible. A metal gate opens to invite you through his long, curved driveway. From there, it's a 7-bedroom property that features 5 garages and 11 bathrooms. As you approach the home, you see a gorgeous white estate with the kind of architecture and surrounding greenery you'd expect from a house in Downton Abbey or something. Inside, you see exactly the same. Huge, wide-open spaces with marble floors likely have an echo that will carry your first gasp throughout the house as you truly take in just how amazing it is. Huge chandeliers cover the ceilings, winding staircases lead deeper into the home, and the extensive grounds practically beg for you to throw a massive party as soon as possible. Something tells me that P. Diddy made sure this house saw more than a few massive parties. As far as amenities go, Diddy got quite some cool additions. Those include an outdoor pool, pool house, and tennis courts. Not only that, but the estate is in Dunwoody, one of the nicest suburbs of Atlanta. Houses in the area tend to be as classy as this one, if not quite as big. This is exactly the kind of neighborhood you'd expect someone with the eye for houses like P. Diddy. Still, his Atlanta home may have been his all-time best. That is, until it was left abandoned for years. Over the years, P. Diddy's career went through several changes. For instance, there was that brief time he tried to be an actor in big-budget movies like Get Him to the Greek.
That's the art of it.
When things took a downward turn for both the country and Diddy's bank account, he could no longer keep his Atlanta mansion up. Not that it was ever far from his thoughts, though. In fact, he had full intention to fix the whole haunted house vibe that goes through the entire home. Now it is something else entirely, though. A classy masterpiece utterly crumbling away. The banisters on the winding staircases are falling away in thick wooden chunks. The roof of the kitchen is utterly destroyed. Carpets are pulled up in room after room. Pretty much the entire house ranges from looking like all it would need is a new coat of paint to fix it up, or that the whole thing just needs to be demolished once and for all. Sadly, though, this wasn't the original plan for this gorgeous Atlanta estate. No, the original idea was that Diddy would renovate the home and then sell it for an enormous profit. Tell me you wouldn't watch a reality TV show where P. Diddy went around the country flipping houses? I mean, come on, Netflix, that is a hit waiting to happen. The only problem was that the housing market wasn't exactly as safe a bet as everyone thought. When the late 2000s housing crash hit the United States, Diddy realized that his plans for the house would never see fruition. Eventually, he sold it.
The wait is over. LTX Studio is now open to everyone. Take control of the entire pre-production process, from concept to visual storyboard to video.
For $1.3 million, a small fraction of what he paid for it. It's not quite so bad though, because his portfolio is still pretty extensive. Today, P. Diddy has a net worth of about $740 million. He has amassed this over a career that began all the way back in '97. He's also purchased a place in Beverly Hills back in 2014. Like his Atlanta pad, it's a European-style villa which covers 17,000 square feet. Unlike his Atlanta home, this one was $40 million. He also owned a 3-bedroom apartment in New York City for $3.83 million in 2005. He ended up selling that one for over $5 million. So it's not all haunted houses and disappointments for Sean Combs. Now, his real estate failures have been more entertaining for the internet than his successes. Diddy's abandoned mansion eventually became quite the sensation online. Fans went nuts trying to figure out why it was abandoned in the first place. Some thought that the new buyers were just using the remodeling plan to launder money through the home. Some just thought that complications kept the house from getting the work it needed. Others seemed to think that Diddy went running after seeing Biggie's ghost in the house. Yeah, that's right, the famously deceased rapper apparently was haunting Sean Combs. I'm going to choose to believe that one because, let's face it, it's by far the best one. Then there are the obsessed fans who took it a step beyond even that. There are people on the internet known as urban explorers. These people take their obsession with abandoned urban spaces to brand new heights. They will actually break into abandoned homes, ruins, mansions, and supposedly haunted spaces to take these gorgeous, eerie pictures of what these homes look like when left alone for years, if not decades. While most seem to leave the home undisturbed like some sort of strange mansion anthropologist, many seem to deface the homes even further. P. Diddy's old mansion was covered in graffiti in various rooms throughout the estate. This is not uncommon for urban explorers who want to leave a small trace that they visited a famous person's long-lost home. It's not a cheap hobby or a safe one. These people spend small fortunes traveling all over the world to get a peek inside the desolate spots the rest of the world has left alone for good. Then there are the several urban explorers who went out to one of these locations and then were never heard from again. While some may risk their lives for this sort of exploration, most of them just do it for the awesome TikToks they can make about it. Still, even among people who specialize in going full Indiana Jones into the nicest abandoned homes in America,
Okay, I've heard enough. I think we've seen enough. At the end of the day, it looks hella creepy to me. It looked hella creepy to me, is all I'm saying. I don't know why anyone would want to go in there knowing that Diddy owned it. Okay, I can just imagine what types of demons are just running around there. Okay, dark skinned brother said that 100 million must have just hit his bank account hard. Oh, you know it did. You know it did. He's trying to recoup that. So now he's got to sell something and quick. Okay, please pay attention. But yeah, I would not have wanted to go in there at all. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near that property. Just the nefariousness of Diddy. And yeah, they said it's supposed to be haunted. I absolutely believe it. Okay, can you imagine all the people that have been tied to Diddy that have met their end in the most mysterious and strangest of ways? Okay, please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, now let's talk about they said Diddy was seen in Harlem, okay, during a reunion. Diddy spotted in Harlem during a reunion with former Bad Boy artist. Okay, who's hanging out with this fool? I have questions. Okay, the rapper previously expressed his desire to work with Diddy amid his musical comeback. This has got to be someone who's desperate, sad to say. And so goes on to say, Sean Diddy Combs returned to his Harlem stomping grounds this past weekend, during which he reunited with former Bad Boy artist G-Dep. Oh, Lord. G-Dep, we know you just got out of prison recently, but why, oh, why would you want to work with Diddy? Now everyone's going to be looking at him with the whole side eye, okay? Because this is all crazy. Now, on Sunday, September the 9th, G-Dep posted a photo of himself and Diddy sitting on a stoop, expressing his excitement over his former CEO visiting him in the post caption. That's what he wrote. He said, "Praise the creator," the special delivery rapper said, adding that, around, let's get it. Reactions to G-Dep's post range from positive to negative as Diddy's detractors accused the mogul of using G-Dep in an attempt to restore his image, while others blasted G-Dep for attributing Diddy's presence to a higher spiritual power. I mean, that's the problem I have with it. He didn't say, all praises to the creator, did he? As if God did him a favor by putting Diddy in his presence. Okay, that was clearly a gift from Satan, not the Most High. But let me continue. So he says, Diddy only use it. They say Diddy only using you right now because nobody else trying to stand next to him. This is what one person wrote. And then while another compared Diddy to the devil, nah, G, this ain't it. One commenter wrote in reference to the post saying, "Hope this didn't go beyond a picture." Yet others commended Diddy for taking the time to visit his former artist. Let me tell y'all something. If Diddy wasn't in dire straits, if he wasn't having it all bad right now, and everybody else wasn't shunning him, do you really think he'd be hanging out with this man? Okay. Did he go hang out with Loon when Loon got out of prison? Did he go hang out with Shine? Okay, I'm sorry. Please make it all make sense. Now, him and Shine did get together eventually, but that was just for Diddy's benefit, not Shine's. But he didn't go see him immediately after he got out of prison. It was years later. Okay, so please pay attention. So anyway, goes on to say that some people commended Diddy for taking the time to visit his former artists, as well as G-Dep having the grace to interact with Diddy in spite of the assault claims and several other allegations against him. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it. It's a no for me. Okay, so they say that's over 25 years of friendship. Y'all expect them to not link and Diddy ain't been found guilty of nothing, one fan says. Elevate yourself instead of others. Okay? This is what they continued adding that get money, Dip. How is he gonna get money hanging out with Diddy? Diddy doesn't have any money. Okay. Diddy's got a few coins left, and those are about to be taken. Please pay attention. He just lost 100 million. Now, one commenter expressed their elation for G-Dep reuniting with Diddy, writing that that's great, bro. It can only help. Everyone deserves grace. Who thinks Diddy deserves grace after all the nefarious things that we've heard about him and that are likely true? Now, I'm not saying they are because he hasn't copped to it as of yet. He's denying all the allegations, but he also denied the things that Cassie said and said that it was a money grab till we saw that video. Okay, but let me continue. Now, Diddy's eldest son, Justin Combs, also posted footage of Diddy and G-Dep's reunion on his Instagram stories. G-Dep was released from prison earlier this year after confessing and pleading guilty to a 1993 cold case murder back in 2010 and serving 13 years in prison. Following his release, he seemingly refuted the heinous allegations made by other artists and creatives working with Diddy, as he himself claims to have never experienced or witnessed such behavior from Diddy. I'm like, when? When did this happen? He questioned. He questioned at the time. We're in the studio for we're in the studio, or we were in the studio for months on end. I don't know where this is coming from. He also voiced his willingness to work with Diddy in a musical capacity, as he claimed to have over 400 songs written upon his release. Well, if he's looking for Diddy to give him a record deal or to help him by way of the music industry, he's just going to have songs sitting on the shelf because nobody is working with Diddy for Diddy to work with anyone else. That's just how that goes. Okay, and so please pay attention. And here's the picture of he and Diddy right here. Bless his heart. You know, G-Dep is clearly a man of God. I mean, only a man of God would turn themselves in for a case that wasn't even, they weren't even a suspect in, and it had grown cold. He wouldn't turn himself in because, he found God. And so that's likely why he's hanging out with Diddy. Bless his heart. And I'm sure the Most High will bless him for it, for being a meek and humble servant. But Diddy, yeah, people are going to definitely shun him for this one. Okay. Y'all see that? You son said, mess around, Diddy take your cheeks, G-Dep. You all are nefarious. Okay. So anyway, I find it all interesting. But this is what's going on. So that's the Diddy dirt for today. Now, in other sad news, it has just come to my attention that James Earl Jones, legendary actor known for unmistakable baritone voice, has passed away at the age of 93. The actor who earned Tony Awards, 2 Emmy Awards, an honorary Academy Award, and a Grammy, whose imitable voice gave life to Mustafa, Darth Vader, and others. He died Monday, according to his agent. Okay, so you all remember him from the color from not the color purple, but Coming to America. Okay, one of the most famous voices of all times has gone silent. James Earl Jones, whose prodigious acting talent was often overshadowed by his distinctive baritone over a 7-decade career that spanned stage and screen, died on Monday, according to his representative. He was 93. A contemporary of Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte, Jones didn't land the same coveted leading roles at a time when there were few to go around for Black actors in Hollywood. But he earned unmatched longevity as a character actor from his first movie credit in the 1964 Doctor Strangelove to his reprisal of his role as King Joffrey in the 2021 sequel to Coming to America. James Earl Jones doesn't get enough credit for being a path blazer for actors like Denzel Washington, who came after him. And this is what Ray Don Chong said, okay, who was his co-star in the 1986 comedy Soul Man. So anyway, how many of of you knew that he was the voice of Darth Vader? Because a lot of people don't know that. You know what I thought was interesting was a few years ago. Remember when the UK actor, Jonathan Bodega, isn't that his name? Remember when he got a star role in Star Wars and people were just going in because he's black and some people were just being so racist and saying all this crazy stuff. They didn't want him to have the lead role. And I'm like, y'all don't know that the voice for Darth Vader is from a black man. Okay. Darth Vader is James Earl Jones. And I'm like, these people are, yeah, John Boyega. Thank you, RG Titan, John Boyega. So with that all being said, I'm like, these people are so ridiculous. In their racism, they don't have clear, logical thinking, of course. And so they couldn't have known that if they were going so hard in the paint, but they've loved Star Wars all along. Okay. Italia Rucci says Tommy Chong's daughter. Yes, absolutely. Ray Dawn Chong is Tommy Chong's daughter. Okay. So T of y'all said James Earl was Darth Vader. I just found out today. Really? You just found out today. Isn't that something? Byron B said exactly, Queen. Okay. My aunt Egypt said James Earl Jones is an awesome actor, voice outstanding. He was also indigenous. Okay. Laverne said he was a great man. He did awesome in Coming to America, says Mission Visions. Absolutely. Okay. And so with that all being said, there's let me see what this is before I try to show it on the screen. Hold on, beloveds. Very distinctive voice. Okay, so I'm gonna show this news clip. I'm gonna share this news clip. I'm gonna put an overlay on the screen and put the music back on because I don't want any smoke from ScrewTube. Y'all know how to get down.
I shall pray for you morning and evening.
For over 70 years, he graced stage and screen with a voice that commanded attention.
Don't you try and go through life worried if somebody like you or not.
James Earl Jones was born in rural Mississippi in 1931, raised by his mother and his grandparents. As a child, he developed a debilitating stutter.
You never get over it, really. You simply learn how to work around it,
A high school teacher helped Jones find his confidence and his voice. He fell in love with the stage at the University of Michigan and debuted on Broadway in 1957.
Just on a block and then keeping them off me.
His breakthrough Tony-winning performance came as boxing champ Jack Johnson in The Great White Hope, which was later turned into a movie.
Because every time you push that pinched up face in front of me, I see where it done got me.
As his movie career grew, he continued acting on the small screen. The first celebrity guest on Sesame Street.
I am your father.
But it was a 2.5-hour voiceover session for George Lucas that
Born in Mississippi, raised in Michigan, who stutters. And that's the voice, and that's me. I lucked out.
The role propelled him, or at least his voice, to worldwide fame. Held on stage, winning a second Tony Award.
James
And on the big screen, a Navy admiral in the hunt for Red October.
I was never here.
In The Lion King.
CNN.
And the voice of all baseball fans in Field of Dreams. Academy Award, had a Broadway theater named for him, became a Kennedy Center honoree, continuing to work in new projects and revisiting classic roles.
I'm only brave. I found you!
He got a legend. Steve Patterson, NBC News, Los Angeles.
All right, so rest in peace. Condolences to his family, friends, and loved ones, and his colleagues, and all of his fans out there who will remember him. And I'm sure he'll be remembered, not only for his accomplishments, but for that very distinctive and unique voice. Okay, so with that all being said, TC Dan said Kamala getting free advertisement. Damn Kamala Dan. Okay, how about that? Okay. Buddy W. Brain says, I didn't know that he did King Lear. Yes, absolutely he did. Okay, so RIP to James Earl Jones. All right, I hope you all enjoyed this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share, subscribe to the channel. Now I have to run, and for those of you who follow the spiritual channel, I've posted a members only broadcast. You can watch it at your convenience. Also, for those of you with a higher frequency, there's a masterclass. I can't remember if I posted it already, but I'm going to, if I haven't, I'll be posting before the day's over, and we're going to be live on there at 6:15. Okay, so for those of you who follow the spiritual channel, live at 6:15. So I hope to see you all there. With that all being said, I love you all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got